2020 has seen business need to embrace new technology more than ever. Lachlan Vidler is the director of Atlas Property Group and joins us now to talk about how tech has helped his business in 2020. Lachlan, how are you today? Good to have you, mate.
Thanks for having me. I'm good. How are you going?
Yeah, not too bad. Where are you based at the moment?
I'm in Canberra at the moment, so we've got some pretty good weather, but it's been raining up and down the east coast, so we've had some of that over the last few days too.
Now, good to have you here. Obviously, Canberra's done pretty well throughout 2020. We're down here in Melbourne and we're obviously feeling the brunt, but we're getting closer, as you know. Let's talk about what you're up to. Firstly, what does Atlas Property Group do exactly?
So Atlas Property Group, we're a residential property buyers agency. So what that means is that we help people, particularly investors, purchase property. So we'll take them from start to finish, where we'll conduct the research for them, the evaluation, due diligence, and negotiation, so that we can help property investors purchase investment quality properties all around Australia.
So tell us about this year, I guess, broadly, before we talk about the technology that's sort of helping you. How's 2020 been for you?
I think it's been tough. I think it's been tough for everyone. It's so much uncertainty in the markets, whether that's the equity markets, the property markets. Just the uncertainty has stopped a lot of people. But I think that now that we're starting to feel like there might be a light at the end of the tunnel, people are starting to come back into the markets. People are starting to look at taking back control of things that they have had to be sort of protective of throughout a time like this. And we're seeing, a lot of market activity and a lot of people coming back into the property sector.
So let's talk about the technology that you've embraced during COVID that's helped. What's been happening?
Yeah, for us, it's been quite different. Real estate, so much of it is about the fact it's a tangible asset and you want to be able to see it and touch it. And for us, that's been hard with, so many restrictions. So first and foremost, for our investors, we had to look into some more data to try and get the statistics and the surety that we couldn't get from being on the ground as much. So we've had to really embrace so much more data, and the data providers themselves have been great. They've looked to do a lot more in their own space just to be able to help people like us and invest how to make good decisions. And then, things like video conferencing and electronic document signing platforms, they've all been so important during a time like this. I mean, being able to get contracts signed online without having to wait for postage and postage delays and then all the extra handling, it's just made a lot of people feel a lot happier about the current circumstances.
So let's talk more about the clients in terms of their feedback into you with how you've managed it. What have they been saying?
Everyone's been, overall quite happy. I think that at the start of the period, there was so much uncertainty and people didn't know how to operate their businesses anymore. But I like to think that here at Atlas, we adapted quite well, and our clients were really happy with the way that we shifted online, moving meetings online, being able to use our electronic platforms a lot better. All of it combining, it made the client experience a lot better. And I think that looking forward, it's going to be, quite an interesting thing to look at how we amalgamate the changes that we've done, in this period versus what we were doing beforehand, and what's going to stay and what's going to go.
Yeah, so have you thought much about that? Obviously, you've probably been super busy, just managing the year, but, post-COVID, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's early next year where things return to some normality. How will you develop the changes and, returning to pre-COVID? Have you sort of thought about that, really?
Yeah, we've done a little bit of work on it. I think, from our perspective, our clients have really been able to see the benefit of the tech that we've taken on. For example, the time savings. We can now do video conferencing where we're not having to travel interstate to meet with people, and then, you get all the associated travel time. So we're able to do a lot more meetings back to back, fit a lot more into the day. So the clients have really been able to feel that. And I think that moving into the future, something like the video conferencing is going to be something that we're going to absolutely maintain. And then, also around that, we've been able to expand our market and take on more people from around the country to use our services. So, we can now deal with people in Queensland or Victoria or Tasmania, and it's a lot easier. We're not having to fly, we're not having to see them face to face. And, COVID's helped to normalize the use of technology in circumstances where, maybe face-to-face interaction was a little bit more common. But I think from our perspective, it's just going to be ensuring that we continue to deliver great research, find great properties for our clients, and meet their needs. Everyone's different. Everyone wants different things. I'm sure that I'll be hopping on a couple of planes as the borders start to reopen up and people want to grab a coffee and sit down and have a discussion. But I think it all looks pretty positive, and technology has certainly helped out during this time.
Yeah, hopefully a bit of a blessing in disguise in some ways. Mate, thanks so much for your time. Where can we reach out and learn a bit more?
No, thank you. You can find us at our website, atlaspropertygroup.com.au, and we're also all over our social medias. That's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Check us out and follow along with our content, and come and have a chat with us if you're looking for an investment property.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. We'll talk again soon. Take care.
Thank you.